My husband threw my suitcase out of the window. I watched it fall 3 floors down, bursting open when it hit the concrete. My clothes scattered everywhere. My church dress, my nightgowns, my underwear. Everything flying in the wind like confetti at a party nobody invited me to. Tunde, please, I screamed from inside our apartment. What did I do? Just tell me what I did. He grabbed another bag, the one with my shoes, and flung it out the same window, then another, then another. 23 years of marriage, packed into 4 bags, now decorating the compound like garbage. You want to know what you did? He shouted, his face twisted with rage. You embarrassed me. You humiliated me in front of my friends. Giving water to a dirty old beggar on the street, like you are Mother Teresa. Do you know what people are saying? That my wife is a fool. That I cannot control my own woman. I stood there in our living room in Surulere, Lagos, trying to understand how giving an old man water 3 days ago had destroyed my marriage. But let me start from the beginning. Because this story, at this wahala that became my life, it started with one simple act of kindness on a Tuesday afternoon. It was October, and Lagos was punishing us with heat. The kind of heat that makes your body sweat in places you didn't know could sweat. I was coming back from Balogun Market where I sold fabrics. Ankara, lace, everything. Business was slow that day. I had only made 3,000 naira after sitting under the sun from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. My legs were tired, my head was aching. I just wanted to go home, bathe and sleep. I was walking to the bus stop when I saw him. An old man, maybe 70 or 75 years old, sitting on the pavement. He was wearing a dirty white kaftan that used to be white, but was now the color of brown gutter water. His face was wrinkled like a dried mango. His lips were cracked. He was just sitting there, breathing hard, looking like he might collapse any second. People were passing him like he was invisible, like he was just part of the street furniture. Something in my spirit told me to stop. Baba, are you okay? I asked in Yoruba. He looked up at me with tired eyes. Water, he whispered. Please, water. I looked at the pure water seller across the street. The small bag was 20 naira. I had 500 naira left in my purse. Money I was supposed to use for transport and to buy rice on my way home. But how could I leave him like that? I crossed the street, bought 2 bags of pure water, and came back. I opened one and gave it to him. He drank it so fast water was running down his chin. Slowly, Baba, I said. Slowly. He finished the first bag and started on the second one. When he was done, he looked at me with tears in his eyes. Thank you, my daughter, he said. God bless you. You have a good heart. It's nothing, Baba. Please, do you have somewhere to go? Do you need help getting somewhere? He shook his head. I will. Fine. But you will never lack? God will bless you beyond your imagination. I smiled. Old people always said things like that. Amen, Baba. Please take care of yourself. I helped him stand up, made sure he could walk properly. Then I continued to the bus stop. I didn't think about it again. It was just water. Just 40 naira. Just basic human kindness. I had no idea that this old man was Chief Dr. Adeleke Koka, one of the richest men in Lagos, a billionaire who owned half of Victoria Island and had been missing for 2 days after wandering away from his mansion in Ikoyi during one of his senior moments. I had no idea that his family had been searching for him frantically, offering 5 million naira reward for anyone who found him. I had no idea that this simple act would change my life forever. Let me tell you about my husband. Tunde and I got married when I was 19 and he was 25. I was young and stupid and thought love was enough. He was a tailor who worked at a big shop in Yaba. He was handsome, tall, and he knew how to talk. He sweet-talked me until I agreed to marry him. For the first few years, things were okay. Not great, but okay. We had our problems, money problems mostly. Tunde liked to drink with his friends. He liked to act like a big man even when we could barely pay rent. We never had children. I got pregnant twice, but both times I lost the baby in the first trimester. After the second one, Tunde started treating me differently, like I was less of a woman because I couldn't give him a child. "What kind of wife are you?" he would say when he was drunk. "You cannot even do the one thing women are supposed to do, give me a son." But he never left, and I never left. We just stayed together, like two people sharing a house but not really sharing a life. That Tuesday evening, when I got home from the market, Tunde was already there with his friends, Emeka and Segun. They were drinking star beer and watching football on our small TV. "Ah, mama me," Emeka shouted when he saw me. He always told me that even though I was not his mama and not anybody's mama. "We saw you today? Oh, on the street playing Good Samaritan." My heart sank. How did they see me? "I don't understand," I said, setting down my market bag. Segun laughed. "You are giving water to that dirty beggar man on Allen Avenue. We were passing in my car and we saw you. Tunde, your wife has come to embarrass you again." I looked at Tunde. His face was hard. "Is it true?" he asked quietly, too quietly. "If you mean did I give water to an old man who was thirsty, then yes. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?" Tunde stood up. "You use our money we don't have, to buy water for a stranger, a beggar?" It was just 40 naira. "It is not about the money," he shouted. "It is about respect. My friend saw my wife bending down on the street, serving a dirty old man like a maid. Do you know how that makes me look?" "It makes you look like you have a kind wife," I said, my own anger rising now. "Is that a bad thing?" Emeka and Segun were laughing quietly. They loved this. They loved watching Tunde and me fight. "You are always doing this," Tunde continued. "Always acting like you are better than everyone. Always trying to be Mother Teresa or something. Last month, you gave your wrapper to that mad woman near the market. The month before, you bought bread for those street children. When will you learn that charity begins at home?" "What charity are you talking about? We don't even have children." The slap came so fast, my ear was ringing. The room went silent. Even his friends stopped laughing. "Don't you ever," Tunde said slowly, "ever throw that in my face again." I touched my burning cheek and walked to the bedroom without another word. That night, Tunde didn't come to bed. He slept on the couch with his friends, and I could hear them laughing and talking about me until 2 a.m. I lay in bed, wondering how my life had become this. How did a young girl with dreams and hopes turn into this woman who got slapped for giving an old man water? The next day was Wednesday. The news exploded. Billionaire Chief Adeleke Coker found alive, mysteriously returned home after a 2-day disappearance. It was on every radio station, every TV channel, every blog. Chief Adeleke Coker, founder of Coker Industries, owner of shopping malls, hotels, and real estate, worth billions of naira, had been missing. His family thought he was kidnapped or dead, but he walked back into his mansion in Ikoyi on Wednesday morning, perfectly fine. I got lost, he told reporters. I wandered away during my evening walk and couldn't find my way back, but a kind woman helped me on the street. She gave me water when I was dying of thirst. She's an angel. Reporters were asking, who is this woman? Where can we find her? But Chief Coker just smiled. I will find her myself, and I will reward her. I was at the market when I heard the news on someone's radio. I listened with half attention. I didn't connect it to the old man I helped. Why would I? Lagos is full of old men. I helped one old man. This was a billionaire. Surely it couldn't be the same person. I went home that evening and Tunde was already drunk. You see that stupid woman on the news, he slurred. The one who helped Chief Coker? She will probably get millions of naira just for giving water. Stupid luck. Some people just have stupid luck. I kept quiet and went to cook rice. On Friday morning, 3 days after I gave the old man water, there was a knock on our door. I opened it and saw 4 people. 2 men in expensive suits, 1 woman in a corporate dress, and a security guard. Good morning, one of the men said. We are looking for Mrs. Folek Adeyemi. That was me. Before I married Tunde and became Mrs. Folek Coker. I am Folek, I said, confused. May we come in? Tunde came out from the bedroom, in his singlet and boxer shorts. Who are these people? Mr. Adeyemi, the man added. Yes, that's me. What is going on? We are from Coker Industries. We are looking for the woman who helped Chief Adeleke Coker on Tuesday. We have been searching for her for 2 days. We finally traced her through CCTV footage from shops on Allen Avenue. My heart started beating fast. You? You mean the old man I helped? That was Chief Coker? The woman smiled. Yes, ma. That was our chairman, and he wants to see you today. Can you come with us now? Tunde's mouth fell open. Wait. You are telling me that dirty beggar my wife gave water to was Chief Adeleke Coker, the billionaire? Yes, sir, and he wants to thank her personally. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't process the information. Go and change, Tunde said quickly and suddenly energized. Wear your best dress. These people are taking us to see Chief Coker. Actually, the man said, Chief Coker only requested to see Mrs. Folek alone. Tunde's face changed. Alone? But I am her husband. We understand, sir, but those were his instructions. He wants to see the woman who helped him. Only her. I could see Tunde's anger building, but he couldn't fight these people. They were too powerful. Fine, he said, but Folek, make sure you come back with something. This is our chance. Don't blow it. I changed into my best outfit, a simple Ankara gown, and followed the people to their car. It was a black Mercedes, the kind with leather seats and cold AC that actually worked. We drove to Ikoyi, to one of those houses you only see in movies. Big gate, big compound, mansion that looked like a hotel. I was terrified. Chief Coker was sitting in a big parlor with chandeliers and paintings on the wall. He was wearing a clean white agbada now, looking completely different from the dirty old man on the street. But his eyes, I recognized his eyes. My daughter, he said when he saw me, standing up with the help of a walking stick. Come, don't be afraid. I walked closer and knelt down in respect. Good afternoon, sir. Stand up, you saved my life. You don't kneel for me. I should be kneeling for you. He hugged me. This billionaire, this powerful man, hugged me like I was his own child. Sit, he said, pointing to a sofa that probably cost more than my whole house. I sat down carefully. afraid to damage anything. Do you know what you did for me? He asked, his eyes getting watery. I was lost, confused. I have diabetes and I forgot to take my medication that day. I wandered away from my house during my evening walk and I got disoriented. I walked for hours. The sun was so hot, I thought I was going to die on that street. And then you appeared like an angel. You gave me water. You made sure I could stand. You didn't ask for anything. You didn't recognize me. You just helped. Sir, it was nothing. It was just water. Just water. He laughed. My dear, water is life. In that moment, that water was everything. And your kindness, your pure, simple kindness, it reminded me that there are still good people in this world. A young man came in, maybe 40 years old, wearing an expensive suit. Papa, please don't stress yourself. Ah, Folake, this is my son, Landry. He is the CEO of Coca Industries. Landry, this is the woman, the one I told you about. Landry looked at me with something like suspicion. Good afternoon, ma. Thank you for helping my father. You are welcome, sir. Chief Coca waved his hand. Landry thinks everyone wants something from me. That's because he works in business. He has forgotten about simple kindness. But you, my daughter, you helped me expecting nothing, and that is why I want to give you something. He nodded to one of his assistants. The woman brought an envelope. Inside here is 5 million naira. Chief Coca said casually, like 5 million was pocket change. It is a small thank you. I almost fainted. 5 million naira? That was more money than I had seen in my entire life. Sir, this is too much. I cannot. You can and you will. Take it. Use it well. Start a business. Do something good with it. And please, he held my hand. Stay in touch. I want to know how you are doing. You remind me of my late wife. She had the same kind heart. I left the house with 5 million naira in my bag, feeling like I was in a dream. When I got home, Tunde and his friend were waiting. Well, he demanded, what did he give you? I hesitated. Something in my spirit told me not to tell him the full amount. He gave me some money, I said carefully. How much? 500,000 naira. Even that amount made Tunde's eyes go wide. His friend shouted and jumped up. Hey, babe, we are rich, Emeka screamed. But Tunde was staring at me. Are you sure it's only 500,000? Yes. Let me see. I showed him the envelope. Before I left the chief's house, I had removed 4.5 million and hidden it in my bra. I only kept 500,000 in the envelope. Tunde grabbed it and started counting. Okay, this is good. This is very good. We will use this money to expand my tailoring business. Maybe buy a new sewing machine. Open a bigger shop. Actually, I said carefully, I was thinking I could use it to expand my fabric business. Maybe rent a bigger space in the market. Your fabric business? Tunde laughed. Folake, don't be stupid. You make peanuts selling fabric. My tailoring business has more potential. Besides, I am the man of the house. I make the financial decisions. But Tunde, Chief Coca, gave the money to me. He said I should use it well. The slap came again, harder this time. Are you questioning me in my own house, in front of my friends? I held my burning cheek and said nothing. You are so ungrateful, he continued. I married you when nobody wanted you. I stayed with you even though you couldn't give me children. And now, because one old man gave you money, you think you can disrespect me? You think you are now a big woman. Tunde, I am not saying... Shut up. I will take this money and use it wisely. That is final. And if I find out you are hiding more money from me, there will be serious trouble. Do you understand? I nodded, but that night, while Tunde was sleeping, drunk and snoring, I took the 4.5 million naira from my hiding place and gave it to my neighbor, Mama Dayo, to keep for me. Hide it well, I whispered. Don't tell anyone. Mama Dayo looked at me with worry. Foleke, what is going on? Just hold it for me, please. I will explain later. For the next 2 weeks, things were tense at home. Tunde took the 500,000 naira and spent it on drinks, new clothes, and his friends. He kept saying he was investing in networking for his business, but I saw no business. Meanwhile, I stayed in touch with Chief Coker. He would call me sometimes, asking how I was doing. We would talk about life, about Lagos, about everything and nothing. You are like the daughter I never had, he told me once. My son Lanre, he is good with business, but he has no heart. My daughter Yetunde, she lives in America and only calls when she needs money. But you are genuine. Thank you, sir, I would say, not knowing what else to say. Then one Monday morning, I got a call from an unknown number. Is this Mrs. Folek Adeyemi? Yes. Please, hold for Chief Coker's personal assistant. Another voice came on. Mrs. Folek, good morning. This is Jennifer, Chief Coker's PA. I'm calling to inform you that the chief would like you to come to the house today. It's urgent. Is he okay? Is something wrong? Please just come. The driver will pick you up in 30 minutes. I was worried. What if something had happened to Chief Coker? What if he was sick? When I got to the mansion, the atmosphere was heavy. There were many cars parked outside, people in dark clothes. My heart sank. Jennifer met me at the door. Mrs. Folek, I am sorry to inform you that Chief Coker passed away peacefully in his sleep 2 nights ago. The funeral is tomorrow. I started crying. This old man, this kind soul was gone. But why did you call me here? I asked through tears. Because the lawyers are reading his will today, and you are mentioned in it. Me? But why? Please come inside. The parlor was full of people. Chief Coker's son Lanre was there, looking angry. His daughter Yetunde had flown in from America, wearing black Gucci from head to toe. There were cousins, nieces, nephews, all looking like hungry vultures waiting to feast. The lawyer, an old man with grey hair and thick glasses, stood at the front with documents. We are gathered here today, he began, to read the last will and testament of Chief Dr. Adeleke Coker. He started reading. Chief Coker had left money to various charities. He left his cars to his grandchildren. He left some properties to cousins and relatives. Then the lawyer paused and looked directly at me. And to Mrs. Folake Adeyemi, the kind woman who showed me compassion when I was at my lowest, who gave me water without knowing who I was, who reminded me that goodness still exists in this world, I leave the following. The room went silent. I leave her my 10-bedroom mansion in Lekki Phase 1. I leave her my shopping mall in Victoria Island. I leave her 500 million naira in cash. I leave her 40% shares in Coker Industries, making her the second largest shareholder after my son. The room exploded. What? Lanre jumped up. This is impossible. This woman is a stranger. She knew my father for 2 weeks. How can he leave her billions of naira worth of property? He cannot do this, Yetunde screamed. I am his daughter, his blood, and he left me only 50 million naira. We will contest this will. We will take it to court. But the lawyer remained calm. The will is legally binding. Chief Coker was of sound mind when he made these changes 1 week ago. He called me personally and said, I want to reward genuine kindness. My family has my money, but not my values. This woman has my values, but not my money. I want to balance things. I sat there in shock. This couldn't be real. This had to be a dream. But it was real. I had just inherited over 2 billion naira worth of property and assets. From an old man, I gave 40 naira worth of water. Lanre and his sister tried everything to stop the will. They hired lawyers. They went to court. They told newspapers that I was a gold digger who manipulated their sick father. But Chief Coker had been smart. He had medical records showing he was mentally sound when he made the will. He had video recordings explaining his decision. He had even written a personal letter to the judge. This woman showed me kindness without knowing I was rich, the letter said. That is rarer than gold. My children love my money. But this woman loved me just as a human being who needed help. She deserves to be rewarded. After 2 months of court battles, the judge ruled in my favor. Everything Chief Coker left me was now legally mine. But I had kept it all secret from Tunde. I was afraid. I didn't know how to tell him. Then, one evening, he saw the news. Mystery woman inherits billions from Chief Coker. The news showed my picture, taken from CCTV footage. Tunde looked at the TV, then at me, then back at the TV. Foleke, he said slowly. That is you. I said nothing. That is you, he screamed. You inherited billions, and you didn't tell me. Tunde, you were going to what? Hide it from your husband, the man you are married to, you lying, deceitful witch. He grabbed me by my collar and dragged me to the TV. Look, they are saying you own a mansion in Lekki, a shopping mall. 500 million naira cash, and you are here pretending like we are poor? I didn't know how to tell you. I was scared. Scared of what? I am your husband. Everything you have belongs to me. We are married. What is yours is mine. And that was when I finally saw clearly. Tunde didn't love me. He never loved me. He loved what he could get from me. No, I said quietly. What did you say? I said no. This money is mine. Chief Coker left it to me. Not to us, to me. The beating that followed was the worst I ever experienced. Tunde slapped me, punched me, kicked me. His friends Emeka and Sekun just watched. When he was tired, he stood over me, where I lay on the floor, bleeding from my nose. You will sign over everything to me, he said. Tomorrow we will go to the lawyer and you will transfer everything to my name, or else I will kill you and collect it as your next of kin. Do you understand? I understood one thing clearly. I needed to leave. That night, when Tunde fell asleep, I packed a small bag and left. I went to Mama Dayo's house and collected my 4.5 million naira. Then I took a taxi to a hotel in Victoria Island and checked in under a fake name. I called Chief Coker's lawyer the next morning. Mr. Williams, this is for Lake. I need your help. My husband is trying to force me to sign over my inheritance to him. He beats me. I need protection. Within 2 hours, Mr. Williams had arranged for me to move into the Lekki mansion that Chief Coker left me. He also hired security guards and filed a restraining order against Tunde. When I walked into that mansion for the first time as the owner, I cried. 10 bedrooms, swimming pool, cinema room, garden, staff quarters, everything. This was now mine. Tunde tried to find me. He went to Mama Dayo's house and threatened her, but she denied knowing where I was. He called my phone 147 times in one day. He sent messages, begging, threatening, crying. Folake, please come home. I'm sorry, I love you. We can share the money. 50-50, please. I blocked his number. Then he tried a different approach. He went on radio stations crying. My wife has abandoned me. She inherited billions and left me with nothing after 23 years of marriage. This woman has no heart. She is wicked. Some people sympathize with him. That woman is ungrateful. Her husband stood by her all these years and now she has money. She ran away. But other people saw through him. Where was this man when his wife was suffering? He wants to chop her money now. Oh, I didn't respond to any of it. I just focused on managing my new life. Chief Coker's will had made me the second largest shareholder in Coker Industries. That meant I had to attend board meetings. Lonry hated it. He hated seeing me sit in his father's company, making decisions, voting on issues. But I learned fast. I read books. I asked questions. I hired consultants to teach me about business. Within 6 months, I had turned the shopping mall into the most profitable property in the company's portfolio. I renovated it. I brought in new brands. I improved customer service. Lanre couldn't deny the results. You are actually good at this, he admitted one day after a board meeting. Thank you, I said simply. But I still think what my father did was unfair. Your father wanted to teach you something, I said. That kindness has value. That not everything is about blood and money. He looked at me for a long time, then nodded. Maybe you are right. Slowly, we started working together instead of against each other. He taught me about business. I reminded him about compassion. We became friends. 1 year after Chief Coker died, Tunde showed up at my mansion. The security guard called me. Ma, there is a man here claiming to be your husband. Should we let him in? No, send him away. But Tunde refused to leave. He sat at my gate for 3 hours, begging. Finally, I agreed to see him, but only outside, with security present. He looked terrible. He had lost weight. His clothes were old. His eyes were desperate. Folake, please, he started crying. I am sorry. I am so sorry. I was a fool. I didn't know how to treat you. I took you for granted. But I have changed. Please, give me another chance. Take me back. We can start over. I looked at him without emotion. Tunde, do you remember when I gave that old man water? Yes. You slapped me for it? You said I embarrassed you. You said charity begins at home. You were more concerned about what your friends thought than about doing the right thing. I know. I was wrong. You were wrong about everything. You married me, but you never valued me. You stayed with me, but you never loved me. You wanted children, but when I couldn't give you, you made me feel worthless. And when I finally got something good, something I earned through simple kindness, you wanted to take it from me by force. Folake, please? The answer is no. I am not taking you back. I am filing for divorce. Mr. Williams will send you the papers next week. You will get nothing from me. Nothing. Because you never gave me anything but pain. His face changed from sad to angry. You will regret this. You think you are somebody now because you have money? You are nothing. You are a barren woman that no one wants. Without me, you are nothing. I smiled. Without you, I am everything. Goodbye, Tunde. I turned and walked back into my mansion. The security guards escorted him out. That was the last time I saw my ex-husband. Epilogue, 3 years later. I am 45 years old now. I am the CEO of Coker Foundation, a charity organization that I started to honor Chief Coker's memory. We help poor people with medical bills, school fees, and business grants. I am also on the board of 3 different companies. I own my shopping mall, my mansion, and I have started my own fabric business, now the biggest in Lagos. I never remarried. I never wanted to. I adopted 2 daughters, Aisha and Ngozi, from an orphanage. They call me Mama, and they bring me more joy than any husband ever did. Last month, I was driving through Surulere and I saw Tunde. He was drunk on the street, begging for money from passers-by. I stopped my car and our eyes met. For a moment, I considered giving him money. My driver thought I would, but then I remembered all the slaps, all the insults, all the times he made me feel worthless, and I drove away. Not because I wanted revenge, but because some people need to learn that actions have consequences. Tunde chose to value his ego over his wife. He chose his friends' opinions over his marriage. He chose violence over love, and now he was paying for those choices. Meanwhile, Chief Coker's family eventually accepted me. Lonre and I run Coker Industries together. Yetunde apologized and we became friends. The grandchildren call me Auntie Folake. People often ask me, how did you go from a market woman to a billionaire? My answer is always simple. I gave an old man water. That's it. I saw someone suffering and I helped. I didn't know who he was. I didn't expect anything. I just did what was right. And that's the lesson. Kindness is never wasted. It might not pay back immediately. It might not pay back the way you expect. But somehow, somewhere, goodness finds a way to reward itself. Chief Coker used to say, God is watching how we treat each other, especially how we treat strangers, because strangers might be angels in disguise. That day on Allen Avenue, I didn't help a billionaire. I helped an old man who was thirsty. The fact that he was rich was just God's bonus. But the real reward? The real reward was knowing that I had a good heart. That no matter what Tunde or anyone else said, I was the kind of person who stopped to help. That is worth more than all the billions in the world. And now I use those billions to help other people the way that old man helped me. I gave water to the thirsty, food to the hungry, hope to the hopeless, because that is what Chief Coker would have wanted, and that is who I choose to be. Not Tunde's victim, not a bitter ex-wife, not even just a billionaire, but simply a woman who gives water to strangers. And somehow, that is enough.